Today's video is going to be about the one-handed backhand. A lot of you are actually asking for a video on the one-handed backhand. I've done forehand, I have done two-handed backhand, serve, and the volley, but I haven't done a one-handed backhand video yet. And a lot of you are just asking, can you do a video on one-handed backhand? You guys didn't really say which one, like what kind of video. You just said like, just do a one-handed backhand video. So here it is. There's actually this player that contacted me through Instagram after watching my YouTube. And he said I wanted to take a lesson, and usually within one lesson I could change about 3 things, or at least give you a solution to what you have to do and what you should be doing and practice it, and then you could come back or whatever. But I could fix 2 things for sure and 3 things if we go fast, or even 4. Now I was able to do 2 things with him, forehand and backhand, actually the serve too, so 3 things. He had a one-handed backhand, so this is something that I just recently taught. So I think it would help you guys too. It's about how to generate easy pace on the one-handed backhand. He actually didn't take any lessons before. He just said he took like 2 lessons in his lifetime. But when he was taking his racket back, he was taking it late. Now, he was doing the unit turn, but he was turning, but his racket was still here, okay? So when his racket is still here, you can't generate a lot of pace when your racket is not far back. So how far do you have to take it back? So I've taught a lot of players that had one-handed backhands, and this is how we generated power. I've written 2 books on tennis. One of them is about technique, and that book, I've said, a lot of players only take their racket back. Let's say your body, your belly button is the midpoint of your body, okay? And if you draw a line straight down, a lot of players only take their hand to the belly button. And that's as far as it goes, and then they try to hit it. The player that was taking lessons, he wasn't even close to the midline here. So his hand didn't even pass. Now, I asked him, okay, you have to take your elbow and try to pass the midpoint of your body, which is your belly button, and go past it. If you go past that, you could take your racket all the way back, and you're creating tension with your shoulder, which is the arm, and the body. Okay, you're creating the tension because it's not going anywhere, right? And as you rotate the core with your left hip, you're going to release your arm, and that catapults your arm forward and your racket. You're going to be surprised.
I am gonna. No, when it feels weird.
Don't focus on the left arm.
Okay.
Just focus on the right. I feel like you don't have to switch what you're doing on the left arm because you already do it anyways. It's just that you had the wrong grip, like you held it wrong. But if you just change how you hold it like that and just focus on the right arm, everything's good. Further back, right away. There you go, good. Yeah, further back. Good, but up, not down. If you go down, it's not going back. There you go. That's good. Good. Yeah. There you go.
Oh, that one felt good.
That was good. Perfect. That was okay. Contact was bad. Swing was good. Okay. Yeah, higher. There you go. Much better. Higher. Good. Perfect. Okay. I like efficiency. I don't change swings based on how good it looks. I change swings on the efficiency and how it can generate power and accuracy. But as you can see, he allowed me to use his videos. Thank you. You're going to see that he had his hand here and his timing wasn't great because he was swinging all at once and he didn't have enough momentum to take the racket forward, so he was wristing the racket or wristing the swing. So the elbow needs to go past the belly button to set up correctly. And as you're doing that, you want to circle the racket, not with the right arm, but with the left arm. Now, with the left arm, with the elbow leading and not the hand leading. If you lead with the hand, you're going to go like this, and the racket's not going to go far back. You see that? So you could rotate and go with the hand, but it's not going to take the racket as far back and lock the shoulder enough with tension to be able to create the catapult effect. So what you're trying to do is take the elbow and go past the midpoint of your body, and you're circling with the left elbow, and okay, don't hit it hard at first. Go easy and try to rotate the left hip forward and release. Okay? Now, One thing you have to be really careful, that's like 3 things to remember, but just go one at a time. Just rewatch the video, but the most important thing is elbow going back. Now, the 4th thing is, one of the most important thing is when you are locking the arm to your body so you could use the catapult effect, when you're doing that, do not turn. Do not turn your body. This goes against with a lot of the coaching that a lot of coaches do, but I do not like the turn, because when you create the tension with your arm and you take your arm that far back, you're gonna be turned. You're not gonna be taking the arm back and staying this way. So what you're actually trying to do is create the tension so your body has to feel like you're actually rotating the other way and the arm is going back. See that? So that's how you create the tension. It's not take the arm back past the midpoint and turn. Once you do that, the racket back becomes way too big and it's not efficient. You're actually doing too much. You're overdoing it. So you're going here and then your swing gets ugly and not very efficient. I'll show you. Again, thank you for pointing it out. Do the wrong one first. Okay, the wrong one first is when you're taking your racket back and it's not going back far enough and you're trying to arm the shot or wrist it. Watch again. See that? Like, you're going to be late most of the time. And that was what's happening with my player when he came to the lesson, because he wasn't taking it. Man, that hurts. That's actually, it's a great way to get hurt, actually, if you're not strong enough. You want to take the elbow to the midpoint of your body and swing. Again, let's try it again. I didn't even use the hips there. So create the tension so take your racket back by keeping the elbow going past the belly button and hit. Okay, one more time. And don't even turn. You don't need to turn. You don't need to do the unit turn. It does it for you. Okay, and now, once you get kind of used to that, try to use the core to catapult the racket. Okay? If you could go on, think about the rotation of the elbow. Try to take the elbow back and circle with the left elbow, not the hand. Okay? Now, I'm not a natural one-hander. I'm a two-handed backhand. But as you can see, if you stick to those things, you're going to hit a great backhand, or one-handed backhand. I know it seems a lot and it feels like, oh, that's kind of complicated, but just do one thing at a time. If you do it one thing at a time, you'll get it in no time. And what I try to do in my lessons, I try to do 2 things. If the player could handle it, I go and add on the third, but I try to eliminate the first one or the second one, so you're still thinking about 2 things. So recap of what we did. The elbow has to go past the midpoint, your belly button, so you're setting up correctly. Now, you don't want to go like this, obviously. You don't want to put the elbow on the belly button. You want to take the elbow behind that middle line. Number 2, circling the racket with the elbow and draw a circle with the elbow rather than the racket tip, okay? Number 3 is as you're locking, you want to use your left hip to initiate the swing and catapult your racket forward and catapult your arm and the racket forward. Number 4, very important, when you're locking your elbow and the arms or your shoulder this way, do not turn. You're turning the other way. The arm goes this way, your body goes this way. So that's how you're creating the tension, okay? So those are the 4 things that I've worked on with the player. And you could watch in the video, he did great. Like, it only took 10 to 15 minutes to fix his backhand. Obviously, he knows it now. He knows what to fix. Now he could go back and do repetition by himself. He doesn't even need me. So basically, that's what I try to do in most of my lessons. I do have students that take lessons for very long periods where we're developing the player for years. But I do have a lot of lessons because I have my YouTube channel in Korea as well. I do one-pointer lessons where I try to fix 2 to 3 things in 1 hour. And I've done that so many times. And that's what I do when players ask for lessons and do 1 hour. I try to give them homework to do for a month so they could try to fix those 3. If they need more help, they could come back the next week. But usually I don't even have time. So try to focus on 1 or 2 things at a time when you're doing this, and you'll fix your backhand in no time. I hope this video helped you out. There's a lot more stuff that I could talk about the one-handed backhand, but this was the most recent one that I was fixing a player with, so I think this will help you guys a lot too. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.